Hi, my name is Congresswoman Michele Bachmann. I want to thank you so much for what you're doing to keep the flame of liberty alive here in the great state of Minnesota. In Washington, I'm able to see firsthand the ever-expanding grip of government as it slowly but surely inserts itself into our daily lives, putting more and more of your hard-earned dollars on the line so that government can insert itself into the private sector where it simply does not belong. Never forget that it's economic liberty and personal liberty that are inextricably entwined. You can't have one without the other. And when Congress taxes and spends and spends and taxes, it's your liberty that gets chipped away. After a $1.1 trillion economic stimulus bill, a $275 billion plan to address mortgages, a $410 billion omnibus bill that contained around 9,000 earmarks, and trillions of dollars in spending for the fiscal year 2010 budget, it's simply unfathomable how our president and our congressional leaders can look at you with a straight face and say that spending trillions of dollars will somehow shrink our deficit. Given our pattern of bailouts and spending bills over these last several months, it should come as no surprise that our national debt has now surpassed $11 trillion. It's the largest it's ever been in our nation's history. You'd think this enormous number would temper President Obama's plans to continue this government spendathon, but from what we've been seeing and hearing, it appears that we should just buckle in for more business as usual. In fact, one of President Obama's top legislative priorities seems to be passing a cap and trade, or cap and tax as I call it, policy for America that makes businesses and energy producers pay to emit carbon emissions. This cap and tax legislation will affect every single American through increased costs for everything from groceries to school supplies, not to mention their energy bills. Remember the hit our wallets took last summer with over $4 a gallon gasoline and climbing? If this legislation takes effect, unfortunately, those days will soon be returning for Americans. The financial burden that's being placed on the shoulders of every taxpayer and on the future generations as a result of these reckless spending strategies must be replaced with true fiscal responsibility, not fake fiscal responsibility. Thankfully, there are millions of Americans like you who recognize what's happening around them and have said enough, enough spending, enough taxes, enough of big government. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for watching this. Your passion and your love for our great country should serve as an inspiration to us all. Sign me up for your tea party, Patriots. God bless you and keep up the great work.